Hello guys, welcome back to one more video on my beloved Forza Horizon 3. I really love this game, and I was kind of taking a break from it because I played a lot, but these days I'm kind of slowly going back to it because I missed it. This is one of the games that I played the most over this generation, so far at least. And I was checking my stats and I'm reaching actually 2,000 online races done. That's a lot. But yeah, I'm driving the Honda S2000, which is one of the OP cars in this class. I really love this car, not because it's an OP car, but because even though it's a fast car, it drives fairly well, especially when you consider how fast this car is. Very few cars in the game are actually able to keep up with this one. And I think this car is best suited for street racing because you have a lot of straight lines. Street racing feel like sprint racing in many ways. So you have a lot of straight lines. It's pure speed. And you're gonna see throughout this video that this race, not this one, but most of the races in this video are gonna be down between me and this Jam Jar guy who is in fourth place, Jam Jar 777777. He's gonna be, I think, the fastest guy in the race, and he's the one that's gonna give me a little bit of trouble throughout the races. But we're leading the race. No surprises here because I saw the car choices, and my car choice has a lot of advantage over most of the cars in this lobby, at least. So unless someone is really skilled in this game, I don't think that there's much chance of them catching up to me, even though I just hit this car head on. But yeah, we're about to cross the finish line, and I think it's gonna be an easy first place finish in the first race of this championship and also of this video. Moving on to the second race of the video, uh, I think I mentioned, but we're doing an street race playlist. So these are mostly uh, sprint races. And one thing that I find particularly scary about these street races that there are no barriers off to the side of the tracks. And as you can see, just I want to mention, as you can see, the acceleration in this Honda is brutal. Only this Jam Jar guy is able to actually keep up with the acceleration of my car, and I forgot to check which car he is driving, which I'm gonna be doing as soon as we finish this race. But anyways, as a and he went straight. Oh no, that other guy went straight. This Jam Jar was actually pretty close, so he got the second place. But even though his car is fast, my car drives better than his, and this is gonna give me another advantage over him in this race because not only my car is faster, but I can take corners at faster speeds, and I can also afford to brake a lot later than he does before the corners. But anyways, as I was gonna say, one of the scariest things about the street racing is that there are no barriers off to the side of the tracks, and so a mistake can mean that you're probably gonna lose. You're probably gonna miss the checkpoint, and that's gonna cost you the race. That's something that you really want to avoid in Forza Horizon 3. You really want to avoid missing checkpoints, and this Gem Jar guy seems to have hit a car or got stuck onto a car, so I pulled away really quickly. But as you can see, he's not that far away. He's just a little bit under 4 seconds behind us, so he still has a chance of catching up to me if I make a mistake. I'm gonna try to stay as consistent as possible throughout this race, and I just about managed to miss the car. That was a really extreme near miss. that I managed to pull off um, without actually trying to do that. That wasn't intentional. Yeah, this is the last straight of the track, and that's gonna be another first place finish. Moving on to the third race of the video, let me see which car this Jam Jar guy is using. He's driving a Ford Coupe 32. Oh, I know which car this is. This car that he's using is an absolutely OP car in C class. Really, if you want to drive a car that's really fast but handles like shit, I need to mention that the you don't have any handling capability in that car. It's all straight line. So if you want to challenge yourself or even see how lucky you are, try to go with this car in C class. Tune it up to C class, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. And that's down to your luck, really, because you have absolutely no control over which tracks you're gonna be placed at. And one of the things that you need to be lucky on is that you need to fall on tracks that are mostly straights, because if you end up doing tracks that are mostly corners, you're not going to be able to win races in this Ford Coupe. But if you manage to get straight line tracks, then you're set. Nobody's going to be able to catch up to you. That car in C class reaches over 300 kilometers per hour. In a car class that barely uh, goes over 200 kilometers per hour normally. So yeah, that's really quick. And somehow we're in first place. This Jam Jar guy seemed to be keeping up pretty well. I make a mistake here, but it didn't cost us too much time. And I'm glad because he is the only guy who has any chance of uh, competing with this Honda, the Ford Coupe actually. But yeah, we're 84% of the race done, and I think this is the last straight. So yeah, this is gonna be the last straight of the race, and this is gonna be another first place finish. And I don't know. I really wish that there was more competition um, before throughout the race actually, because I don't like to race by myself for most part of the time. And I understand that's asking too much because I'm using an OP car, but I'm gonna be testing out cars that I've never driven in this game before. So keep an eye out for that, because that's gonna be something really cool to try out. But anyways, moving on to the last race of the video. This time around, I'm gonna be starting almost at the back of the pack. I'm in second to last place, and so I think that's gonna be interesting. Let's see if there's gonna be any trouble. Kind of. Well, I was bumped up a position into the grid, so yeah. Let's see how difficult it is to actually overtake all these guys. If it's gonna be any trouble. And as you can see, it is not. And there's this guy, this Ivory Pie. This guy is one of the guys that I most despise in racing games. He's that type of guy who uh, get into online lobbies for the sole purpose of screwing people over. And even though he didn't push me off, he pushed the Jam Jar guy off. And I've raced with this guy before this championship. I've done, I think, maybe 2 or 3 championships with this Jam Jar guy up to this point, and he's a fairly clean racer, so there's absolutely no reason for this Ivory Pie guy try to push him off the track. It's just the type of a player that I really don't want to get matched up against. And I hate this kind of people playing games because they have their fun taking fun away from other people. That's pretty much what they do. And I really need that. I really think that Turn 10 Studios should have a tougher stance against this type of players, this type of toxic players in the community. It's one thing for you to get involved into an accident, an honest accident. It's another thing for you to be in a straight line and just try to push people off the track because you don't want them to overtake you, or just because you think somehow you think that's funny. You have fun doing that. That's not fun. It might be fun for people who do that, but for people who are actually being pushed off, it's no fun. And there are people who play these games to get their minds off of things, to get their minds off their real life, to get their minds off their problems and their work stress. And these people don't help. They just pile on the stress and everything negative that these people go through on a daily basis. So I don't think that's really cool to do that. But anyways, that's been the tone of the video got really serious towards the end, but that's how I feel about these people in the racing community. But anyways, guys, I hope you had fun. If you did have fun, hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and on your social media, subscribe to the channel for more Forza Horizon 3 content. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.